Do a little mic test on the social channels. All right, I think we should be good on the social channels. We'll give it just one more minute since we're 1 minute from the top of the hour. I want to welcome everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. It's my favorite time of the year because it's fall, and my Minnesota Vikings are 4-0, 4 wins, no losses. Best time of the year. So I'm excited for this. And then plus we're obviously launching a new product. So a lot of things going on and just loving it. So before we get started here, just to chat's disabled. Yep. No worries. Uh, just to set the stage, if you are on Zoom, um, I will be taking questions at the end. But if you think of anything throughout the presentation and the demo here today, just throw a message into the Q&A. I will answer everything at the end and go through all the Q&A, answer all questions. I'll stay as long as I possibly can. I don't have any meetings after this, so I will answer any and all questions. All right, so just go ahead and throw that in the Q&A if you have any questions throughout the live stream here. And we will get going. All righty. So I want to welcome everyone. The title of this is From Click to Customer, How AI-Powered Lead Magnets Solve the Engagement Problem for Leads, and How to Discover the Next Evolution of Lead Generation, which in our eyes, of course, are AI lead magnets that help engage prospects at every stage of your marketing, delivering personalized experiences that turn. Okay. And congratulations to everybody that's on this call, at least on the Zoom call. Okay. You are going to get 20 platform. Just stay until the end to collect. There's a limited time offer. And if you're not on the Zoom call, I'll still make a way for everybody to access those if you want. Okay. So the kickoff here for the agenda. First of all, what I'm going to go through is why we created lead magnets in the first place. It's a brand new technology, it's brand new software. I don't think anybody's built it ever on the planet. I'm going to give you guys a reveal and a demo abilities that you can do with lead magnets, and then introduce you to our Pioneer program and some of our special offers, and then I'll open it up to Q&A after that. All right, so why did we create lead magnets? So over the past 5 years, I've been working with hundreds of clients, thousands of our Upticks.io customers to help them produce leads effectively. Okay. And I've just noticed a big shift. Okay. Something's changed. I guess I just call it a paradigm shift. We've seen a big change in sales and marketing with lower engagement rates, lack of personalization, high drop off rates, limited insight into lead intent, inefficient conversions, oversaturation of just basic offers. Everyone's doing digital marketing and sales and outreach, right? Inbound sales, outbound sales, inbound marketing, right? And then there's poor data collection and analytics. It's not getting any easier to get first party data with some, especially if you're running ads and stuff like that. Um, and then that's basically making it harder to capture opportunities. Some people, because this product is focused towards marketing and sales, relying too much on too heavily on cold outreach. Although outreach is a part to the strategy of driving traffic. The inability to nurture leads over time, having limited data, and then just limited ways to qualify leads, focusing on the hottest leads first, right? So who is this for? This is for lead gen agencies, marketers, and salespeople. All right. So maybe you're having a hard time converting traffic. You're driving traffic, but visitors, whether it be visitors from marketing or outbound sales, aren't turning into leads. You want action ready leads. So you want more data, more engagement, and more interested statistics. And you're ready to take the next step. You're committed to growth. You're driven to scale, right? You're looking for smarter, faster ways to boost conversions. and you want to stay ahead of the curve. And Matt, you've got the basics mastered. Maybe you're really good at driving traffic from inbound. Maybe you're really good at driving traffic with emails, with paid ads, all that kind of stuff. But you want to embrace AI to level up lead gen. All right, and maybe you're tired of the dead end, the kind of lead magnets that you have, inefficient ways to generate leads that kind of waste time and don't give you great results. And ultimately, it's not your fault this day and age. The old ways of capturing leads just really is getting a lot harder to execute on. Okay. And a lot of the tools are outdated. And you felt something's missing with those traditional lead magnets, static lead magnets, as I call them, and your competition's behind, and you want a way to outsmart them, basically. All right, so here's the shift you've been waiting for. So, why traditional lead magnets are failing you? If your lead magnets aren't working, it's not because you don't know what you're doing. It's because traditional lead magnets, they're outdated, okay? And they can't engage the digital savvy prospects. All right, it's just hard. You send a PDF file or a template or a checklist and this kind of stuff. There's really nothing behind it that you can track. And so the truth is, every day you stick with traditional lead magnets, you're missing out on valuable leads who could be converting. And AI, this day and age, we've all used ChatGPT and OpenAI and all this kind of stuff. It helps you now with lead magnets capture those high quality leads and engage them in ways that you never thought were possible. So ultimately, the core concept of lead magnets is AI powered lead magnets, in our view, are the future of lead generation. And that's why we built the product. So they can help you engage your visitors in real time, personalize their journey, and convert them into high quality leads. So it's not about you really doing as much work anymore. It's about letting the AI do the heavy lifting. And the reason why this matters is because just like you wouldn't use outdated tools to run your business, some people still using spreadsheets for CRM out there, but obviously it's easy to fall behind when you use things like that. Same thing with lead magnets. Okay, those static lead magnets can ultimately hold you back. It was holding us back. It was taking me a lot of time, a lot of energy to build these things. All right. So, just to introduce myself, I know some of you are familiar with me. If you're not, my name is Patrick Spielman. I'm the founder of Lead Magnets and Upticks. In my past, I was a 6-time award-winning franchise at a company called Sculpture Hospitality. I built a 7-figure agency, and then I bootstrap Upticks to over 3,000 users. All right, so let me tell you the quick origin story of lead magnets and how it was born. So, as I mentioned, I've helped hundreds of clients and thousands of users and subscribers with lead gen, and mostly with cold email and outbound. Okay, but what most people don't realize is I've personally spent about $200,000 on ads driving traffic. So, I've built a lot of inbound marketing funnels. So, I'm kind of in this unique position to help sales and marketing people. Okay, and the one constant is that you need a lead magnet. Okay. If you're doing outbound sales or you're doing even inbound sales or you're doing marketing of some sort, usually it starts with some sort of lead magnet, something of value that you give to your prospects in exchange for their contact information, right? So that process to build these things is usually very time consuming. If you're building things like PDFs, templates, ebooks, white papers, checklists, or even video sales letters or webinars, which these are all good mediums, right? They've had their day. But the thing with these things is that these mediums are have been used a lot and leads are used to them. Okay. So they're a lot easier to forget and ignore, and they give you very, very little data. All right. At the same time, I started using AI to automate my own processes using custom GPTs. So at the same time, I'm helping all these customers and all these clients and users. I started obviously toying with AI to help me be more efficient. So I trained it how to handle certain tasks, use that AI to speed up execution, train employees, standardize processes, share with clients how to write email sequences. So I built all these GPTs to help people write email sequences for upticks, right? So through all this, I started to wonder. I wonder if I can turn one of these things into a lead magnet for marketing, help me drive more leads, get more signups for upticks. All right. So that's what I decided to do. And I first tested it. I launched a YouTube video, and just a 12-minute video, and it's gotten a little bit of traction, not crazy, but some traction there. And then with that, I noticed people started using that custom GPT. So then I decided to take that GPT and put it behind a lead form wall and ran some traffic to it from paid advertising, mostly Facebook ads. Okay, but the users, so they had to click, they had to then enter their contact information. So I'm just selling them on why they should use this AI lead magnet, right? So in this one, it's, stop sending cold emails that don't pass the sniff test. Use this AI to write high converting cold emails in seconds. And it uses my framework to write those. Okay, but they had to put their information in first. And then after they put it in their information, they could watch the full demo video and then access the GPT here by clicking that button. And to my surprise, what happened is I started seeing about a 28% opt-in rate from my Facebook ads with the first about $900 that I spent on them. Okay. And just for context, what I was used to seeing was about a 17% opt-in rate. So this is quite the lift, quite a big difference between them. All right. And what it looked like in the end user experience is once they clicked that button to get access to the GPT, it opened up OpenAI, it opened up Chat GPT, excuse me. All right. And then they could start interacting with it. They click this button, little conversation starter, so on and so forth. And once they started doing that, what this GPT did, it wrote cold emails for them, but it mapped out a whole bunch of information to help make those cold emails effective. Then it did research, it did personalized research for them to map out the problems that their personas face, the consequences of those problems, the desires of those personas, and then it broke down a few other things that were important to understand about the persona before the emails started getting written. All right. And then it actually wrote the email for them. So in the matter of honestly seconds after they put in their website URL and it gathered information about them, it wrote an email using my custom cold email framework. So I had this thing trained in the background on how to do that. All right. So since then, that GPT has been used by over 500 times. I don't know if this is 500 people, if this is 500 times, but it's been used over 500 times, which is quite a bit. So I thought if this many people use this thing, maybe I'm onto something here. All right. And I felt there were some things missing throughout that process. Three key challenges that sparked a breakthrough in my thought process. Number one, I had no insight into the lead's behavior. I couldn't see how leads were interacting with the tool. Only ChatGPT had the data. Okay. So it left me blind to some valuable insights. Two, there was limited access. So the cold email writer was restricted to people with a premium ChatGPT account. So I got messages on my YouTube ads and my YouTube video, comments about, hey, I can't access this thing because I don't have a premium ChatGPT account. So it locked out a portion of the potential users behind it. And then the third thing is that when I had the lead magnet on the landing page, people had to give me their information before I was able to add value to them. So I had to sell them, right? And everyone's used to getting sold things anymore. And there's an apprehension to it. And so I thought, well, maybe we could add value up front. All right, so that's how Lead Magnets was born. So that's the little origin story. Now I want to explain how the lead magnets actually work. All right. So just in a few clicks, you're going to be able to see how you have much more visibility into your leads, which is going to help you drive more conversions, more engaged leads, and higher intent leads as well, and overcome the limitations of static lead magnets. So here's the process, and then I'll hop into the demo. First of all, you just create a lead magnet. You you train it on a process, some information, anything you can dream of, and I'll go into some examples. You give it some knowledge, and then you embed it on a landing page with a simple snippet of code. I'll do this in real time and show you how simple it is. All right, and then you convert visitors with lead pops, so they can interact with these magnets on any web page that you have, and then when you want to capture their information after they've received value, you can capture their information. Then after that, you can see all the statistics behind the usage of it. And you can send that to any sales or marketing platform to nurture for email, for SMS, whatever it might be, cold calling. And also you can send conversion data over to ad platforms. If you're running ads, you can build custom audiences and build smarter ad tracking with it. That's on the marketing side. All right. And there's lead magnets because this is a new concept. So I'm going to have to educate everyone on how to use these things, but they can be used for every stage of your marketing journey. All right. So let me give you just a quick rundown of that. So first of all, awareness stage marketing, top of funnel, awareness stage marketing. So you can engage your prospects using these AI lead magnets. So just some examples here. You can build educational lead magnets. You can offer a personalized learning path or resource that addresses your prospect key challenges, right? And here's a use case. You can guide them to solve a problem in their industry. You can build an interactive content magnet. So you can engage prospects with dynamic quizzes or calculators. You can build research magnets. So this can give them insights into their industry, their sector, or their persona, whatever it might be you want to teach them. You can build creative magnets. You can pique curiosity. All right. And then in terms of the middle of the funnel, you've got your consideration stage. And these are just ideas. You can build basically anything you want. All right. There's assessment magnets. I won't go through all the details of these. There's solution discovery magnets. There's task magnets. This is my favorite one. And these are the demos I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the task magnets because my original one was a cold email writer, the one's been used over 500 times. And then there's diagnostic magnets. Okay. And then the bottom of the funnel to drive decisions, there's things like conversion magnets, engagement magnets, planning magnets, solution discovery magnets. There's a whole bunch of things that you can do to every stage of the funnel, sales, marketing, whatever it might be. And you could even use these for customers technically, all right, to expand your relationships. And so maybe you're thinking, hey, this all sounds great. Where do I put these lead magnets? So you can put these lead magnets basically anywhere. You can put them on any web page. They embed seamlessly on your home pages, your landing pages, service pages, literally anywhere. Opt-in pages, even blog pages. So if you have a blog strategy and you have organic coming in, you could put a dynamic AI-powered lead magnet right in the middle of a blog to engage your visitors, capture details, their information, right? Newsletters, while it won't sit inside of an email itself, you can drive traffic from a newsletter to one of your web pages. You can drive traffic to one of your web pages with outreach. All right. You can do it from social media. Anywhere you can drive traffic, you can use with lead magnets on any platform. All right. So now that you have a little context, who wants to see the product? Comment below demo if you're ready to see the product. I know I'm 20, maybe 15 minutes in here. We'll hop into the demo. If you're ready to go, place a comment. We'll hop into the demo. All right. So it is demo time. And yes, this is MC Hammer. Doon, 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 doon. All right. We're ready to go. I will hop into the demo. And just to make sure I cover all my bases, I'm not going to be afraid to tell everyone. I've got some notes here, so I might be crossing off some items here, so I don't forget anything because I tend to get a little squirrely on these. So first of all, the Lead Magnets dashboard and website and platform is very simple. Uh, Most of the work that goes into this is building the AI instructions. The interface is super easy. You're going to pick up on it super, super fast. Okay. So first of all, you're going to land here. And we have agencies in mind when we're building this thing. That's a big part of our strategy. So you can create workspaces right out of the box. So I'll just show you how to create a workspace. All right. So this is going to be live demo. And this is the same process when you sign up, actually. Okay. 1 second. I'm going to just go into full screen mode for everybody. So I'm going to create a workspace. Then during the setup process, it's going to ask you for a website. So in order to authorize these lead magnets to get embedded on a landing page, you have to enter a URL. Okay. So let's call it leadmagnets.io. And then if you want to, you can join. We're just launching this today. We will be hosting a live WhatsApp community. So when you sign up, you'll see an option to join the WhatsApp community. Just click join now, and you're going to see some chats. And we'd love to have you join when you do that. All right. Then I'm just going to continue. It's that easy. Okay. Now I have another workspace. I'm going to dive back into my other workspace though. All right. Just to show you the quick menu navigation, we got a dashboard. We've got a tab for leads. So you're going to be able to detect and see visitors, their IP address, their location, all this kind of stuff. You're going to be able to see all of your leads. You've got your lead magnets, and then you've got your authorized websites. And I won't get into settings or anything right now. What I want to show mostly right now, and I'll come back to some of this other stuff, is how to build a lead magnet. All right. So when you build a lead magnet, you name it, you give it a description, and you give it instructions. And I'll go into some of these other things. And I have some instructions and some stuff from my other lead magnets. Let me just grab those real quick. So I'm just going to recreate some of my, this is going to be my hook, line, and sinker uh, GPT that I've used in the past. All right. Bear with me for 1 second. I just need to save this file. My notes are giving me a bit of an issue. There we go. I need 3 screens, I guess. All right, and my instructions for this one are pretty long, but I'll show you how simple it is. All right, so these instructions are super long. I had them built previously. All right, so they're pretty long, but we'll come up with AI ways to help everybody write their instructions. So this is going to train this lead magnet on a process, and this specific process is to write a cold email. So I'll show you that. There's some other settings. I'm not going to go through all these, but there's this cool little feature for conversation starters. All right. And I'll show you that in a second. Then you've got settings for your lead pop. So once you want them to actually submit their information, you're going to have a little form that comes up on the screen. And you've got a heading, a subheading. You can ask for first name, last name, email, phone. And I'd recommend keeping it on a pop up. And then you can decide, when the prospect actually sees this lead pop. Okay. Then you have a whole bunch of styling that you can do. So we out of the box have a light theme and a dark theme, but you can go ahead and custom these to your brand. Basically, anything you want to do, you can do. So you can change the size of these things if you want. We have default set. You can change fonts. Those change in real time. Okay. You can change font sizes. You can change the colors. You can change the border radius. The width. You can, if depending on the subscription you can remove our lead magnets branding, and then you can change all the, headline, subheadline. So it's got basically all the customizations that you could pretty much want. I'm sure there's going to be something missing, right? But this is, our first launch, and then you can do that same thing with the lead form. Okay. So once you have that, you can set a limit. So you can set how many max credits. I'll talk about credits later, that this thing can use per day for budgeting purposes. Then you just hit save. All right. Now you're going to see that conversation starter, and you can use the playground to perfect this thing. So I'll just give you a real quick demo inside of here. My instructions is going to ask for a website URL first. So I'm just going to give it actually here for the sake of this demo, I'll give it lead magnets. Okay, so what it's doing, and when it's embedded on a page, it shows a little spinner. Now it's going out and doing that research that I have it instructed on. Okay, so your leads in real time would be experiencing this process. So instead of a static PDF that isn't meant for them, it's not customized to them, it's not personalized to them, and you're sending them the same thing to every single person, and it's not customized, you can actually personalize this to every single one of your prospects by just having them put in their URL. And then the AI is going to change basically everything it does moving forward to personalize it. You can instruct it to do that, and you can build next steps into the process. So now it gave me a bunch of research. Your prospects can read this, they can be educated on this stuff. Then it's going to ask, in this case, what persona are you writing cold email sequence for? So I won't go through this whole thing on this page. I want to give you a live demo to show you exactly how this works on an actual web page. So to do that, you just click this little embed code up here, and you can pick one of the 3 embed options: light theme, dark theme, custom. I'm just going to go with dark theme. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go over into, we have Webflow. Okay. So you literally just take any website builder you have, you can do this. Okay. So all you do is grab an HTML element to embed the code. You hit save. All right. I'll publish it to that. And then once that's published to your website, and just give it a second here, we will do this in real time. All right. Give it a little refresh. This is a live demo, so let's hope we don't have live issues. We'll find out though. Let me resave, and if hopefully the team did not break something. By the way, while this might be loading or maybe something saving in the background, I did it pretty quick. My team worked tirelessly on this for a long time, so hopefully this thing works just fine. Let me just give it a test real quick here and see what happens. All right, well, live demo problems. Let me hop over to this page real quick. Maybe it's working on this page. Okay. Maybe it's something with oh, you know what? I might have. All right. So when I explained to you how you've got websites that you have to have, I think my issue is I don't have I don't have my Webflow website, the staging server. Okay, so I'll do this live on the Lead Magnets website. So bear with me for just one more second. Come back in, grab the embed code. In case anybody was wondering if I'm faking a demo or not, at least you know I'm not faking it. So let's see here. This goes. There we go. All right. Crisis averted. All right. So now, as you see here, this is loaded right on the screen. And this is mobile responsive. I'll show you on desktop. But what I want to show you in the process is some of the stats. Okay, so this is going to start populating stats. So you're going to get data on impressions, click-throughs, conversations, interactions, and then your leads. Okay, so an impression is every time basically the screen's loaded. A click-through is when your prospect actually clicks inside of the search or the text bar here. All right, and then the conversation is just how many conversations, interactions or messages, and then leads are when they submit their information. Okay, so let me give a quick little demo here, as I mentioned. So I'll kind of pick up where I left off. I'll do upticks for this one. I did lead magnets on the last one. So right now what it's doing is going out and scraping and gathering data from that website. So it takes a little bit of time to return back, and then it's going to follow my instructions. All right. And then I'm going to give it a persona. I'm going to say SaaS founders who don't have a sales team. All right. So now it's going to identify, because this is what I've trained it on in terms of a process, problems, consequences, desires. It's going to map out all of those for this persona. Okay. And then it's going to ask if I want to confirm if it's accurate. I'll say, yes, it is. Up. All right. So maybe that's all the further and all the value you want to give to somebody. Now they enter their information. Okay. I don't remember if I don't remember what leads I have in there. So now I have my information submitted. Okay. If I hop over into my leads, maybe I need a refresh. We'll see. Yep, there we go. Right there. And I can keep interacting with it. All right. So now after I submitted my information, it's writing my cold email sequence. So what you want to do with these as a strategy is you want to put that lead pop in the position right before the most valuable part of the whole thing, right? And now it wrote the cold email for me, and I can keep interacting with it to some degree. There's some limits and things like that, so people can't keep consuming things, but that's the process. Okay. Let me just check my handy dandy notes here. Thanks for bearing with me through the little technical glitch. It was actually not even a technical glitch. It was just my own forgetting. All right, so I mentioned you've got all the stats here, right? So on top of that, you've got all those same stats at your visitor level And then once they become a lead, you're going to have all of those stats. All right. So super, super valuable. And then you can see like the performance of your stats over to this. I don't have any, we cleared our database recently. So all this data I think is from today. But you'll be able to see trends of all of your lead magnets, impressions, click-throughs, conversations, interactions, leads in a nice little graph, shown, day by day. All right. And then once you've generated a lead, you're probably going to want to send that data somewhere. Okay, so out of the box here, I'll hop into the settings. I'll just show you. You can send data basically to any platform. So I connected our Upticks account, for instance, through a webhook. Okay, so you can add any platform you want. You just need a webhook URL from that platform. If your platform doesn't have webhooks, but they're integrated with Zapier, with Make, with Pabbly, with like any of these third-party platforms, you can send that data to any platform you want for your sales and marketing automation. Okay. So that's the quick little demo. I won't go into all the specifics on some of the other things right now. We'll hop back into the presentation and I'll finish up here and I'll get into our launch offer. All right, so as you can see with lead magnets, they're dynamic. They can be personalized. You get actionable insights. The content is actually adaptive, which from a prospect's perspective, there's a little something unknown under the hood there, to something to be desired versus like this static thing that, it's not going to surprise them. So there's a hidden element there, which is super cool. Obviously it's interactive. Um, in terms of stats and data and reporting, obviously you're going to have all the lead tracking, all the reporting, all that kind of stuff. So there's a clear value in ROI, and it's much more scalable than having to build and design PDFs and all these kind of things, and or even video sales letters or webinars. Not that it's going to replace those things, but you can spin up new landing pages and new lead magnets very, very quickly with this. All right. And the result is higher lead engagement with better content, deeper insights for you, the marketer. It can scale seamlessly, leading to optimized marketing spend, increased conversions, and accelerated growth for long-term success. I want to share what our pricing model will be, and this might spark some questions. So feel free, if you have questions throughout, go ahead and throw those into the Q&A if there's any questions about pricing and the model, all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be very, very affordable. There will be a risk-free trial. You will not need a credit card to start a trial, and we're even going to give you free leads to start. And our first plan from a monthly perspective is $0. It's a pay per lead. So it costs nothing on this plan to sign up, to have an account, to set up your first up to 5 lead magnets with all the dynamic lead pops, the custom magnet styling, and all those webhooks. Okay, you do have the lead magnets branding on this plan. And leads start at $5 each. Now, I know the question is going to come up. Why are you going to charge for leads? We pay AI costs and all this kind of stuff, regardless if your lead submits their information. So we're paying for AI costs, behind the scenes for every single conversation, regardless. But what we wanted to do is we wanted to align the value that you get from the product with what you actually pay. Okay, so in this case, you're only paying when you're successful, when you generate a lead. So it's absolutely free. We give you free leads to start, so it costs you nothing until you start generating leads. If you need some more volume, or maybe you're a small agency, this would be a good plan. It starts at $97 a month, and then we drop the lead cost. So that starts at $3 per lead. Okay. You get 10 lead magnets. You can add 3 team members. You can add 3 websites, and you can have 3 workspaces, whether they're yours for your own business or they could be client workspaces, so on and so forth. And then we'll remove the lead magnets branding from this one as well. And then our enterprise plan is going to be really good for large teams and agencies. That's $297 a month, and we drop the leads down to $1. Okay. Eventually, this will require a custom API key, but we're going to drop it down to $1. as low as $1. And you're going to get unlimited lead magnets, unlimited team members, unlimited websites, unlimited workspaces. You'll have the ability to enter a custom API key for the AI usage. That's how we can lower the cost quite substantially. You assume the cost of the AI, but there's a $1 lead cost, and then you'll be able to, you can actually add ad conversion events through like a Zapier integration and stuff right now, and we will be launching white label, so you'll be able to white label this if you're an agency to your clients. All right, so that's the pricing model. Now I want to show everybody the offer that we have for launch. That I always call these offers the Godfather offers. If Bebek's listening, which I think he is, he'll appreciate that. So I want to introduce you to the Pioneer program. So we're accepting up to 20 companies into our paid early adopter program to give hands-on assistance to them while we make product iterations. Okay. So here's what you're going to get if you join the Pioneer program. First of all, you're going to get access to 90-day weekly support calls. Okay, so we're going to meet with you every single week in a group setting, and we're going to help you guys with anything we possibly can. All right. You're also going to get that enterprise software subscription, that $297 plan, where you got basically unlimited everything and the lowest lead cost possible. Although we're giving you a bunch of free leads to get started. Okay, as part of this, we're going to give you lead magnet strategy and planning assistance. Most of it comes down to how to write the instructions, and we'll be building some AI tools to help everybody write instructions and do some things. But in the meantime, we're just going to help everybody do it and see what questions come up. All right. We're going to help you with any marketing and outreach strategy. So any of my experience is your experience. So any outbound or inbound from, marketing ads or, like social marketing, content marketing, that kind of stuff, will help you with anything we possibly can help with. You're also going to get access to that WhatsApp support group. We're going to have a private group just for this program. All right. And then we're going to give you, as part of that Pioneer program, if you decide to register, an additional 100 free leads. All right. So all of that's total at maybe like $4,700 in value, just give or take, if the number's on the screen right. Some additional perks. You're also going to get priority feedback and feature requests. All right. So this small group is going to be able to give us feedback. We're going to iterate extremely fast, and you're going to be able to give us feature request ideas, and we're going to be able to build those features into the platform very rapidly. Bonus number 2 is you're going to get priority customer support inside of the application and email support and that kind of stuff. All right. It's going to be very, very important to us because our full go-to-market strategy will be launching after this cohort. Well, probably sometime during, but we want to make sure all the kinks are worked out. Bonus number 3, and this is actually going to be available to everybody, anybody who signs up. You're going to get an additional 10 free leads if you give us a shout out on social media, like LinkedIn, okay, and or like an email blast to your audience, okay, and that's per. That's so if you give us a shout out, and we'll probably cap it to some degree, right? But each shout out you give us, we're going to give you some free leads. If you give us a review on a G2 or a Trustpilot, we'll give you 20 free leads. If you become a case study or a testimonial for us, we'll give you 30 free leads. All right. So all that's around $1,100. So all in all, you're going to get the 90-day support. You're going to get the enterprise plan. You'll get all the strategy and planning assistance, the marketing and outreach strategy, the WhatsApp group, the 100 free leads, the priority feedback and feature requests, the priority customer support, the 10 free leads if you give us a shout out, the 20 if you do a review, and if you allow us to do a case study testimonial, there'll be another 30, all for about $5,600 total value. Now, I wasn't for the Pioneer program. I've charged, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 for programs in the past. I was going to charge $3,000. We're not going to charge that. I was going to charge $2,000. We're not going to charge that. We're just getting started. So we're just going to charge the enterprise software subscription. Okay. And that will be available until October 10th. We will be launching the first call, the first group support call for the first 17 seats. We already have a few claimed. All right. And to think about, so $297, I know it's not a huge amount of money, but it's also not a small amount of money. Okay. But if we just help you eliminate the guesswork from your lead gen strategy with real-time data, would that be worth it? If we helped you fill your pipeline with leads that are genuinely interested in your offer, would that be worth it? If we helped you save a bunch of time on your next lead magnet build, would that be worth it? If we generated one net new lead that landed you a customer, would that be worth it? If we just gave you a competitive edge by being one of the first to use an AI driven lead magnet, would that be worth it? Or gave you more visibility into how your leads interact with your lead magnets, like I showed you all those stats, right? Imagine being able to focus on the leads that are engaging the most, or increase your conversion rate with AI powered lead magnets, or increase your lead quality, okay? Help you stand out from the competition, or boost your ROI, ensuring your marketing efforts convert at a higher rate. All right. Or last, turn a cold prospect into a hot lead that's ready to buy. All right. So would any one of these be worth the investment? $297. All right. So now you might be thinking, Patrick, this lead magnets thing is new. Why in the heck would I pay you anything? All right. So first of all, as you saw in the offer, we're going to give you all the support under the sun. Okay. But also at the same time, we want to make sure people have skin in the game, because we've done free things in the past, with upticks and stuff like that. And usually when you do very cheap and very free, you get very biased information. All right. So we want to make sure everyone has some skin in the game. All right. But at the end of the day, as an early adopter, you're in a unique position. Okay. Usually early adopters win first. All right. And it's insane value, right? So you're going to get all those support, and there's going to be exclusive pricing and discounted pricing for future leads and all that kind of stuff, and plus just a proven track record, right? So lead magnets as a marketing concept is nothing new, right? So we're just kind of changing the mechanism to which we do that, but also we've been around a while. So Upticks, obviously, we built that. I've owned several other companies, so we've got a little bit of a track record behind us. All right. And why now? There's obviously a big transformation on AI going on, especially in marketing and sales. There's a shift in buyer expectations, right? Old lead magnets don't perform like they used to. It's an expanding market opportunity, and you've got a first mover advantage. All right. But I won't sugarcoat it. If you sign up for the software, there's going to be some bumps in the road while we work out some kinks. Okay. We're going to help you with best practices. We're going to add features based on your requests, and we're going to get your feedback, and we're going to rapidly deploy and innovate going here. This is just a starting point. All right. Now it's time for FAQs. So if you have questions, please put them in the Q&A if you're on the live Zoom. If you're on a social channel, I don't have those pulled up, so I might have to. I'll see if I can see the comments. But go ahead. I can see some of the comments, not all of them. So if you're on social, go ahead and put the any questions that you have in the comments, and we'll see if those sync. I had a couple that I just thought of that you might have just to get things started. How do I enroll in the Pioneer program? So you can visit leadmagnets.io and click Get Started. Okay, so let me head over to the website and make sure we pushed it to live. We did not. Okay. Let me push to live. All right, you're going to see this Get Started button once that's live. I'll hop back into my instructions and give you a little bit more information. So you can click that Get Started. It's going to take you to the sign up page where you can subscribe. When you subscribe, you're going to get subscribed to that free plan to start. It's free. All right, so there's no risk. But you just need to join the enterprise plan before the 10th. Before the 10th. All right. You might be thinking like, hey, do I need to stay on this enterprise plan? Just for the first 90 days. After that, you can downgrade anytime. If you do change, if you join the Pioneer group, Pioneer program, and you downgrade, you'll just lose access to the premium support. Okay. And as I mentioned, you can sign up at leadmagnets.io, hit Get Started button. Okay. And subscriptions are open. So you can go to the website, you can sign up, and you can start using the platform today. And while we'd love to have you join the Pioneer program, if it's not for you, that's fine. I won't be offended. But I'd ask, give our trial a chance in our free plan. Okay. So you're going to get 10 free leads to sign up for an account, and you're going to be subscribed to the free plan. All right. And then as a bonus for joining this, if you stayed till the end, you're going to get another 25 leads. So you're going to get 35 leads to get started. So if you're on the $0 plan, like you're not going to have to pay for a long time unless you want one of the other features. All right. So go ahead and email us at support@upticks.io and we will send you over a promo code. All right. For these 25 leads are free. And so are the 10 for anybody who signs up. The additional 100 you'll get if you join the Pioneer program and all those other perks that I talked about. All right. So now I'll get into the Q&A from the actual Q&A section. All right. Comment. How to identify customer. I'm not sure the exact question, Donald. So the question was how to identify customer. When if you left a question in the Q&A, please be very descriptive. I don't necessarily understand how to identify a customer. I will try to give it my best go at it. Okay, so to identify a customer, they are going to enter their details, their contact information into the lead form. All right. So they're going to enter their whatever information you want to collect, first name, last name, phone. So this will identify them. You will not be able to identify the visitors yet. I'll tease something. I won't explain what it is. But if they're just a visitor, we'll only know IP address. If they're an actual lead, we'll have all their contact information. Okay. If you're trying to wonder if like how to identify if they're your customer, that would need to be something you do probably with your CRM. We'll send the data to any CRM data, and you'll be able to it'll pass through all of the data from the lead magnet and which lead magnet they use and all that kind of stuff. How do you post the link? Post the link for a social post. Yeah, good question, Anand. So the question is, how do you post the link for a social post? So the beauty of lead magnets is we're not the landing page builder. So lead magnets can be used with any landing page, website software under the sun. Okay, you're just embedding one of these lead magnets on any website page, any one of them that you want. And if you have a link that you want to share on share on social, a post, you can use any website link on a social post. And that lead magnet would then be embedded on that website page. So we're not acting as the website builder itself. It's just sitting neatly right on a website. Okay. So it's just going to be embedded on any page. I can have after this call, you're going to see a bunch of lead magnets on our sites. We didn't want to go live until this webinar with everything. Leave a little something to be curious about. Hope that answers that question. Keep the questions coming. That was a good one. So if someone puts in a fake email, will it let them continue with the GPT session? Good question, Jason. Yes, for now. I would imagine probably by next week, because we also own Upticks, we have inside of the Upticks software, as you probably know, or maybe you know, we have built-in email validation and we have built-in phone validation. So that technology that we have will be integrated into the lead magnets software. So on here, you will see an option where you'll be able to require verified email and a verified phone number. I anticipated people wouldn't want to pay for leads with fake information. So if they don't put in real information, they won't be able to continue using it, and you won't get charged a lead credit. Great question. Is there an introductory offer as opposed to the generic price? The introductory offer is the Pioneer program. Okay, so just to reiterate, we are not lowering the prices. We're giving away a whole bunch of value to help everyone be successful with this program. So the 90-day weekly support calls, the software, we're going to help you with planning strategy, all this kind of stuff. The WhatsApp group, we're going to give you 100 free leads. So these 100 free leads, if you're on the startup plan, are $5 each. So it's effectively $500 in value. Plus, you're going to get all these other things. Okay. So instead of discounting the software itself, we're adding as much value as we can in the short term because we're a startup, and we want people to have skin in the game. We will be doing programs for buying leads. So leads will be doing some volume-based lead sales and stuff like that. But the software subscriptions themselves, those will not be discounted, probably ever. My goal is to never create a discount for a software subscription. We will give free leads away, on the contrary, because then people actually get value from, they have to use the software to get the value, and that's what we want. So we want to incentivize good behavior. Kurt asked, lead magnets looks very cool, but seems geared towards marketing agencies. Yeah, it's definitely geared towards marketing agencies. Is kind of the first persona, Kurt. But you can use these things with, let's just say you're running cold email. Okay. The problem I see with cold email, and this is part of why I built this, like I've been working with customers, Uptick's customers, running cold email, trying to help them convert their cold emails at a higher rate. Well, leads and prospects anymore, they tune it out. It gets tuned out, right? When you're just hitting them with pitch, 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 pitch. What you can do with these is you can offer something of value, something that does something for them. So for instance, for upticks specifically, right? I can send a cold email and say, hey, mind if I send you a free AI tool that will help you write a high converting cold email in seconds? Reply back and I'll send it over. Okay, so now you can offer something of valuable and it's kind of cool, right? They can interact with it and get value, and you can personalize it. Plus, then you get the data on it. They'd have to submit their information, but you get the data on that. Now you know I sent this email. Let's say you're emailing thousands of people. You don't know who to follow up with, but if you send them one of these and you get the data on all their interactions once they submit their lead form, and we'll actually do some things for cold outreach specifically. They won't need to submit a lead form for us to collect data on them. But you'll have all that information. Now you can retarget them and follow up with them. You know that they were engaged. They used this thing. They did something with it. They got value from it. So you can actually use this for cold outreach as well. Because I think that's probably the main thing that you're looking for. How would I use this in my executive recruiting firm? So, you know, Kurt, maybe you're targeting a company. I'm going to give a live example here. I've never thought of this before. Kurt asked, how would I use this in my executive recruiting firm, both clients and candidates? Here's an idea. Let's say you create a lead magnet, and it's trained on the resumes of 3 really good candidates for a software engineer role. And then you go start reaching out to companies who are placing or who are hiring for software engineers. Say, hey, do you want to learn more about these candidates? So the email can say whatever. Do you want to learn more about these candidates? Sure, they reply back. Send them this AI. It doesn't have to have their name, nothing. You can literally interact with it. That's just one example. I could think of probably more examples. Anonymous said, my guess was that it would be a lifetime deal with BYOK. Anonymous, I'm not sure what BYOK means. If you can be a little more specific, that'd be great. Wanted to support the team, have a system in place which provides BYOK. I don't know what I don't know what BYOK means. If you can post in there, that'd be great. I'm an offer for just the tool without the program. So the offer for just the tool is what you see on the website. There's a $0 plan, a $97 plan, and a $297 plan. So the question was about our launch offer without the program. Here it is. It's right on the website. $0, 97, 297. These are the lead costs. We're giving you 10 free leads to sign up and 25 leads for being on this platform. So between 35 leads, let's say you don't want to pay us anything, $5 times 35 is $175. That's my promo. So I'm giving you $175. Hope that helps. All right. I'll keep moving on. Can we place a single lead magnet on multiple pages? What if someone copies our script code and just place it on their site? Great question. Okay, so I don't know the first. So the first question was, can we place a single lead magnet on multiple pages? I think so. I will double check. I'll have my team. Um, uh, I don't know who's asking this question, but if you want to send an email to support@upticks.io and let us know, we'll answer that question. What if someone copies our script and just places it on their site? Great question. So since they don't own your site, they can't embed um, any code on your site, and this code is can that your lead magnets can only be placed on the websites in which you authorize and approve. Okay, so since they can't access your website builder, there's no risk. I actually had the same concern I brought up to our team, but you have access to your site builder, they do not. So it can't be used anywhere else other than your site, and they can't add code and do things like that outside of yours. So that should be taken care of there. Let's see here. Thanks. You can use it to answer people's questions in any industry. Yes. You can have that AI trained on anything you possibly want. And so the process that I've used is collecting a website URL from somebody, and then we'll scrape that. Not all websites can be scraped, so there's going to be some times where maybe that doesn't work, but you can have it answer and have it trained on whatever you want it to be trained on. I didn't really show this in the demo, which maybe I should have, but you can also upload files to it. Okay. There's a few other options I didn't really go through, but you can add files and it can be trained on any of that information. Bring your own key. Yeah. So I think the next question was if you can bring your own key. It is not launched yet, since everyone's going to have a lot of free credits, but it will be launched. Rather soon on the enterprise plan. You'll be able to bring your own API key for the AI. Leads will cost $1 still. That's how we can get the lead costs much lower there. Great question. Bring your own API key. Move the calculator. Can you take off the calculator off the screen? Oh, sorry, I must have had the calculator on the screen. Sorry. That is my bad. I did not see the calculator on the screen. Okay. Next question is tell us about webhooks. All right. Absolutely. I will share webhooks. I didn't realize that calculator was taking up the back half of the screen. So apologies for that. So webhooks, very simple. I'll just give you an example. So I'm going to create a webhook. Actually, I think I already have a webhook created in Upticks. So this is Upticks, our other software, right? And you simply just enter the information. We have a help article. If you click on the chat bot, once you're in the platform, you're going to see a checklist, an onboarding checklist. And then the third option is integrating lead magnets via webhooks. If you open that, it's going to give you a help article with all of the fields. And basically any tool, like you would, for first name, you would like copy this into your tool. So I'm just in Upticks, I'm mapping first name to the lead magnet's name. And then I copy this URL. I go into my settings. I go to webhooks, and I enter this, and I hit save. And you can do that for any platform. If your platform doesn't have webhook URLs, you can do it with Zapier, Make, Pabbly, any of those platforms. Okay. Great question on webhooks. Can we train the model with file attachments? Yep, you can. So I have not used this extensively, but inside of the builder, you can select files. I think it's limited to 20 megabytes, 10 files, 20 megabytes each max, so like 200 megabytes. At least for now, that's what it's limited to. And I don't know all the supported file types exactly right offhand, but yeah, you can add files, and then the AI will decide if it wants to pull data from that file. Great question. Ladin, if you open, okay. I'm going to check the social platforms real quick here to see if there were any comments. Let's see. Adam said, oh, no, that wasn't a question. That was just a thank you. So I think if there's no more questions, that should conclude our call for today. I don't think there's any comments on YouTube, so should be fine. Well, awesome. We're right at the top of the hour, and I like to stick to the time. So we're right at an hour. We'd love for you to sign up for a trial. Should be live now. You click get started on the website. It's going to log me in, but you're going to be taken to a sign up page. All right, and you just enter your information, a password. All right, and you're going to get logged into the platform. All right, and once you're in the platform, you'll probably see a little pop up here with an onboarding checklist. We'll walk you through it. You can just click create a magnet. You click add magnet, and just to start, don't even worry about what the GPT does. Okay, just name it, give it a description, type something like hey, you're an AI that tells funny jokes. Okay, and then just go and embed that on some website. All right, and during the onboarding process, you should have put in your website, and so just test it and play with it. Okay, and get used to it, and eventually, you can get into styling and doing, things like that. All right, but it's absolutely free to get started. We hope that you'll check it out, and hope you'll consider subscribing to one of the other plans in the future and generate some leads. And we'd love for you to join the enterprise program. If you have any questions, feel free to email us over at support@leadmagnets.io, and we will help with anything we possibly can. And email that same email to get your 25 additional free leads for joining this call. Thanks everyone so much. We're super excited to get this launched and help everyone generate more leads, and we'll see y'all soon.